Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, my name is Jennifer. I'm an esthetician and I own a skincare company called Bauer Beauty. I get so many requests for how I do my makeup, so I figured I would film like a little get ready with me. I'm doing just kind of like my everyday glam. It's not like my most natural look, but it's like when I want to wear a little bit of makeup but still not overdo it, this is what I do. And as you can see, this is what it looks like. I like to keep it really dewy, natural, but still glammed up. So this is what it looks like. If you want to know how I got this look, I do walk through every single step in this video. I give you a lot of techniques. I also give you the exact products I'm using. All of that will be linked below as well. And if you're interested in following any of my other social media channels, all that'll be linked below, including where you can buy my products on Amazon and my website. And I just want to say thank you to every single person who likes every one of my videos, all of my videos. You guys are amazing. Thank you for everyone who subscribes and likes my videos and comments. I really appreciate all of you. And I'll be doing a giveaway, a 10K giveaway on my Instagram very soon. I will have that worked out within the next week or so. I will be giving away a set, basically a skincare routine, so a set of like 5 or 6 products. So follow my Instagram to make sure you're tuned in to when that giveaway starts, and let's just hop right into it. The first thing I did was I used the La Roche SPF on top of the SkinCeuticals Triple Lipid Restore Moisturizer. I'm obsessed with this, by the way. Okay, so the first thing I always do is prime my face, and usually when I am going to put makeup on, I don't typically wear an SPF like this. I would wear a clear sunscreen, but for whatever reason, I wanted to see how this performed under makeup, and that's why I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm using the Smashbox primer. I literally always prime, always prime. This is almost gone actually, but this helps. You can probably see instantly. Do you see how this mattifies and blurs pretty much instantly? So I love primers. It also is like the perfect, gives your skin like the perfect not only texture but tackiness and everything for your makeup to sit on top and just look really good and natural and flawless all day. Okay, next I have a damp beauty blender here, and I'm going to use my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. This is in the shade Vanilla, which is their light neutral shade. They do use undertones, which I like. So I take maybe this amount. This is slightly yellow for my skin, but it blends out okay. And I just put little dots all over. And you guys know I like a really dewy look. So this cream, this Bare Minerals shit, is pretty dewy, and I like that. And obviously my skin is just pretty dewy in general most of my life. So then I just take the beauty blender and blend it in. I like how I'm not using a mirror. I probably should go get a mirror like immediately. Okay, I got a mirror now. I always take it down my neck too. Then I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. Next I'm using this Flawless Brightening Concealer by e.l.f. It's one of these where you click up. It has a little brush on the end. There we go. See how it's like a nice little brush? And you just pump the concealer up, and it is actually flawless. It is actually flawless. Like, do you see the difference? Obviously I have to rub it in, but oh, it just feels so good. Oh my god. And then I just put some down here, up here. And now I'm going to beauty blend that out. We have light. Oh my god. I was like, I can't fucking see anything. I had to put my ring light on. Okay. I'm using the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. I use an angled brush like this to apply my translucent setting powder because I put my setting powder in very specific areas. So I go under my eye and down the side of my nose. This is like where you see pores and texture, you know? And under my eyes and down my nose. So wherever you have pores and texture, you want to make that matte. and you want to make everything else dewy. So I get the most pores and texture like in my T-zone. And it happens to be the shiniest there too. It's just not flattering to have every piece of your face shiny. So you want to be specific about it. And this is what I do. Now I apply highlighter, layer cream highlighter with powder highlighter. And I'm going to use the Benefit Watts Up. This is a nice champagne creamy color. I don't use this a whole lot, but it gives it a really nice natural looking glow. Now I'm going to layer it with Jaclyn Cosmetics Luminous Powder. And I apply that with the brush that it came with, which is the J02. I really don't use this brush for anything else. But with this powder, you can put like quite a bit on because it's very, very natural. This gives you that like natural glow. It's not like that super popped highlight. It's like that all over kind of natural glow. And I do this all along my cheekbone. And into my cheeks too. Like I puff my cheeks up and I apply it like that. It's a very general, you apply this type of highlighter to a very general area. Okay, and then I always go up here too. Now I do this specific highlight. This is gonna look better with this closed. Why not? Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with the Flash palette. I think that's what it's called. The Flash palette, Jaclyn Cosmetics. And I use a more precise highlight brush. This is the Morphe M501, which looks like this. So I go in these top two pans. And then I just go like in specific areas. You know, right here. Right here at the very top of the cheekbone. And then down here where I normally put cream highlighter down here too. I forgot today. Then on the tip of the nose. And later I'll do more precise under the brow and shit. Okay, I'm gonna do brows now. I've been loving the this type of angled, this type of angled pencil. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. I don't know why, it's just easier to use for me recently rather than like the really like micro ones, So I start doing my brows, always start by lining underneath the front of the brow, coming up through the center and coming down through the tail. That's how I start the brow. I mark it pretty much. And same with this side, because this really allows you to like get some symmetry and structure going here. Now I have to do the top, but you can see the bottoms kind of match up. Then whenever I do the inner part, I always point the pencil upwards and do upward strokes, starting in the inner. Sometimes the brows work, sometimes they don't, but okay, there we go. So now the brows look pretty good. And I'm gonna do the eyeliner. This is what I do for eyeliner. This is like my everyday look. It's not like super glam. I take a little bit of tape and this is how I do my eyeliner, just on the daily. And the way I place it is I just put it in line with my lower lash line. Angled a little bit up, and then just lay it down. Now I'm using this brown infallible liner from L'Oreal. This is just like a cream pencil. And I just go in the corner. Well, I wish I could talk and apply eyeliner and do makeup at the same time, but like I'm kind of in a rush a little bit. So I'm like, I've got no chill. Right now I have no chill. I'm also behind on choosing my next products that I'm going to sell. So it's like, I have a lot of shit to do today. Jeez, oh peeps. But it's I'm kind of just going with the flow, you know, like something I can do about it. I'm only doing my best, you know. Now I'm going to take a little bit of concealer just on the back of my hand, and I take a teensy brush that looks like this. This one's by Aveda. I got this when I went to school. But you can use any brush that looks like this, and I just like to make sure the top is like smoothed out and symmetrical, since I don't pay too much attention, but since it's a cream, it's really easy to manipulate. The other side I did a little bit thicker than this side, that's why. But I do want to make this swoop up a little bit. A little bit more. And I like using brown on the regular. I love wearing black eyeliner, it's just on a regular basis it's too harsh, you know. And it's also funny, the more you play with shit, the worse it gets. So say that's good enough and rip this tape off. Okay. And now I'm using Lash Freak by Urban Decay. I actually love this mascara. The wand is unique, but the formula is also really good. And I've been like obsessed with like my natural lashes because I had extensions for so long. And now I'm just like, this is so much easier. It looks better. I feel like I could never get my lash extensions the way I wanted them, you know? This brush is like really unique. My camera doesn't feel like focusing today. That's okay. Alright, and now I'm gonna go in with blush, and I use the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic. Let me show you the color. This is an Ecstasy. I like those peachy, terracotta, spicy kind of blushes, and I just use a regular basic ass blush brush that's been used and abused, but I think this was my first brush ever, to be honest. But I love this blush because you really can go in as much as you want and it never looks cakey or smudgy or uneven or blotchy. Like, it's honestly the shit. Every time I do my blush, I always start up here. That's because wherever you touch first is going to be the darkest, and you don't want a dark splotch right here and for it to be lighter on the outside. You want it to be darker on the outside and lighter on the inside. That gives your face a much better look and shape, more natural, more aesthetically pleasing. So yeah, I start way back here by my hairline. And you just go in very light, circular motion. And I always puff my cheek up, you know, to get the exact area that I want to get. I'm going to go in with a little bit of this Milk Kush Fiber Brow Gel because I want the front to be a little bit bushier and more symmetrical. Do you see what that did? Because my brows were like, I wasn't really feeling how different my brows were looking from one another. This is kind of like setting spray a little bit. It just brings it all together, although I'm not like a fan of this particular product because the color's a little bit too ashy. Strictly because I can't find my Bobbi Brown bronzer, I'm going to use this Physicians Formula butter bronzer, but it broke, and so I have it in a bag. So it doesn't get more ghetto fabulous than this. But first, I'm gonna actually put it on my neck. You always want your neck and chest to be like darker than your face. You don't want it the other way around. It looks shitty. Do you see how that just changed everything? Same thing with bronzer. I always start up here. Very light strokes. Oh, I'm using the Morphe. Fuck, I don't know. This one's not labeled, but it's definitely Morphe. It was from like their rose gold collection. And this is like a natural hairbrush. I like using natural hair for blush and for bronzer, even though my blush brush is actually synthetic, but because it helps to apply it a little bit more naturally. But I just go along the perimeter, under my chin, and down the perimeter, and I mix it with my blush too a little bit. You know, it helps warm everything up. Okay, now I'm gonna spray one more time with the e.l.f. Ooh. The final step in the setting process, I use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Plus, which is too dark for me, but it's too late. I bought it a while ago and I've used it so many times. So I like to take this and just go mainly in my T-zone, and I just take it on a shitty Morphe brush that doesn't even have a handle anymore. Blur together any potential fine lines from like the blush, the bronzer, the highlighter, anything like that. And also it helps to blur pores. And it looks really dewy still. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is do an inner corner highlight and a brow highlight. I feel like my life is not complete without these two things. And so I take pretty much the lightest color and I go in the inner corner. And I just put it kind of on the more on the side of my nose than the inner corner. I feel like it looks better there. And then I always do under the brow too. Makes a big difference. These little tweaks make a big difference. I can just emphasize the tip of my nose. And my lips. A little bit there, why not? Oh yeah, and I always do this. Like the bridge of the nose. And those are the final highlighting tweaks. And then I'm just gonna finish with this Patrick Ta She's Juicy. This is a lip mask, but it's basically like a chapstick. And it's definitely not necessary. You could really just use Vaseline, but it's just a clear gloss pretty much. That's really hydrating. And that is pretty much my full, like, everyday glam type of makeup. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.